Hey kiddos, it is Tuesday morning. Once again, raining and miserable here. Really takes a toll. Thinking about your kids, I miss you. I miss you like crazy. I know all of us got a ton of stuff going on. Each one of you got your own mess of crap you're dealing with, and I wish there was some way I could make it all better for all of us, I just don't know how. But I love you girls. I love each and every one of you, and I'm here for each and every one of you, and I do everything I can, and I will be here if you need me. I just don't know what I can do, okay? But I love you. And I think about you all the time. Okay. Well, Rob and I got our own, kind of mountains of crap we got to deal with too, and one of them is possibly another job change, going to another location. This one's not going to take us further away. It's actually going to get us a little closer. Put us about maybe 2.5 hours closer. But this one here just has not worked out. It has been such a grind. It's made me a miserable person to be around, and that's not cool. So I'll make a decision on that later today, and I'll let you guys know whatever we decide on this thing here. But anywho, that's my own plate to deal with. But I love you, and we're all dealing with stuff, and let's all be there for each other, okay? All right, that being said, it is time for another little-known facts from Stewart's Almanac, okay? With this one, we're going to continue along with some of Pop's stories. He didn't have a whole lot of stories from Vietnam that he could tell me, so I cherish the ones that I do have. And this is one of the ones from that time period as well, okay? Same thing like last time, 1965-ish, middle of some godforsaken jungle in the middle of Vietnam, okay? And this now is in the middle of the summer. Now, we're all from Texas, okay? We understand heat. We understand humidity. We have had some of the worst, okay? Pop has told me this particular moment in this time was the most miserable, hottest frigging month of his entire life. He said it was a heat and a humidity you can't imagine. It was like 150% humidity. Figure that out. He said it was like constantly walking around in hot dog breath all day. He said you can hardly breathe to even sleep, Said he'd step outside to smoke a cigarette, and before he could even light the cigarette, his shirt was just soaked and stuck to him like a wetsuit, It's just a miserable. Well, I told you, they had the base camp, right? And they had the little canteen in there. And they had the outer ring of Army, regular Army, then the outer ring of Marines, and then the outer ring of the Aussies, and then the minefield, right? Well, those guys in those outer rings, especially the Aussies, they worked 7-day rotations. 7 days on the ring, 7 days back in the camp. And you just imagine this, okay? You living in that kind of a hot hell for 7 straight days with no shower, somebody out in the jungle taking pot shots at you from time to time, just pure misery, okay? Keep that guy in mind. Now let's go back to the camp. One of Dad's guys had the afternoon off, right? So he's down in the cantina. Now check this out. I pictured this, and I told Dad, and he says, yeah, that's pretty much how he was. You think about MASH, okay, the 4077, right? And I see this little cantina, and it's got a little bar, a couple of like 4 or 5 bar stools. It's got the radio up there, and this cat is sitting on the bar stool wearing shorts, ball cap, and a bright freaking red Don-Ho Hawaiian flowery shirt, okay? Sucking on a beer underneath the fans in the shade. All right, so that's that guy. So the Aussie comes in for his end of his 7 days, for his 7 days in camp. He goes straight to the cantina. Yeah, he walks in the door and he just drops his pack and walks straight up to the bar and leans against the bar. And he orders a beer. And the bartender hands him the beer, and she says, "Are you all right?" He's like, I'm from Australia. I lived in the outback, and I've seen some heat. You wouldn't believe it. He says, "It's so hot. It's so hot." And about that time, Dad's guy sitting at the bar, just right down from him, kind of looks over his shoulder, and he goes, "Oh, man, I know what you mean. My AC broke for about 2 hours a day. I didn't think I was going to make it." That's when the fight broke out. And Ozzy beat the shit out of my dad's guy, put him in the infirmary for a week. And you can just see how that'd make a great TV episode, wouldn't it? Anywho, I guess the lesson and moral of that one is kind of perspective. Okay, we each have our own perspective in life that we walk through. We're dealing with our own mountains of crap, and it's giving our own focus and perspective on life and our situation and the world around us. Well, everybody around us has the same thing. They each have their own mountain of crap and their own perspective, and we have to keep that in mind. And sometimes our perspectives don't line up to everybody else's. So try not to judge. Try not to step on somebody else's perspective. And you see an Aussie come in off the front line for 7 days in the heat, don't tell him your AC broke for 2 hours, for crying out loud, whatever you do. Anyway, little known facts from Stewart's Almanac. Kiddos, I love you. Talk to you later.